Hey, some friends are asking about this drum tightening bench I got. Tuning bench, whatever you want to call it. So I thought I'd show them how. They want to know how it worked or see how it worked, what it was. And this is something I threw together, man, maybe 10 years ago, just out of scrap that was laying around as a prototype, really, and see if it worked. And then I was going to make a nice one, but it worked good enough. I just let it be and lived with it. So the concept is to not break your back when you're pulling the verticals of the drum. This is the drum I just put the head on. This is the second time around, the second dry pull. I pulled it once wet, lightly, and then pulled it yesterday and pulled it again today. And that will probably be final tuning or close to it. So the whole concept is a lever that I step down on. I can actually do it right now. Just by stepping down, I'm pulling a vertical tight through. And you can kind of judge by the creaking and the groaning how much pressure, and you want to go around the drum equal pressure. And speaking of pressure, so you're using, physics is our friend, you're using a lever. So if my foot's out here, and I weigh 200 pounds, and there are times where I've stood on it, then if my point of pulls, it's not halfway, although it's halfway when I hook it around this one, then I'm doubling my force. And then I'm also using this locking cam or a pulley, which also doubles the force. You're tied off at the base, and then the free end's coming down. So if I put all my weight on it, that's 800 pounds of force pulling down on this with no effort on my part. And because it's locking, I can get up and go refill my drink and let it be. So let me set this camera up and just show you one pass so you can get the point, and hopefully you can see. Let's see. Sorry. Alright, maybe you can see. So I tensioned it, and then I'll come back. I use vice grips to hold the rope. I hold the last two tight ropes together, the rope's under tension. Usually you clamp off up top, but with this hair over job, you can't reach it. And so you're doing a big stress is, so you squeeze those together, it holds them, then you don't lose any going backwards. Apply a little pressure, you can undo the cam, the pulley. Oh, I forgot to show you this piece I made. I'll show you at the end. It's a little cleat, and the advantage of that is, well, it holds the rope without slipping 100%, and it doesn't tear your rope up. Little like cleats with the teeth in them, like that these tools have, they'll tear the rope. They break the rope at the forces that you use to clamp down. So the nice thing about this little cleat is you can come all the way up high, a quick little tie off, I don't know the name of that hitch, and then you're done. Then when you're doing less tension, you can sit down and do the whole thing. I understand and crank it when you get towards the end of the drum, basically. So now that was one cycle. I'll clamp off again here, and I'm done. And I can tension this, and at this point it's free, hands free. Forgot to show you I built these two verticals here just to hold the drum so it doesn't tilt forward. All my drums have rubber bottoms on them so they don't slip out. And that way you can work on any size drum. And then this is all adjustable because I have the cleats. I don't know if you can see that. But so you can adjust this thing to work up high or work down low, which comes in handy when you're tying off the very end, because I usually flip the drum around to do that upside down. But here's the bunch of messages here. Here's the little cleat. And well, that's it. All right, you get the gist.